can.
Today we are going to start with big data. So, in fact, if I talk about the big data over here, so big data is something, let's say, um, where it is gone. Yes. So big data is something which is related to the big size of data. So, for example, when I was working with this retail industry and the new apps coming into the market, like there was a Oreo app was there or Amazon app was there. So I was working at that time with the um, commerce companies, and those e-commerce companies were starting their phase at that point of time. So on an average, when I was means I was working on a project of a Flipkart. So you know Flipkart, it is a rival company in India for the Amazon, right? So Flipkart was very at very initial days at that point of time, and in that what used to happen, like somebody has done the purchase or somebody has done some shopping, some purchasing has done. So what used to happen at that their WhatsApp was very new thing. So in on the number used to get connected with the WhatsApp, and in WhatsApp there was the product details were there, and apart from that there was a delivery detail was there, and then that time there were not enough API were not there. So what we used to do was means once these things are sent to customer on WhatsApp, then we after that we put a message, and we used to ask for the confirmation, and we request user to type yes or no on the system. So then user used to type yes, and yes was being considered as the confirmation of the order, and no was considered as non-confirmation of the whatever it is. Right. So user used to type that, and at many point, what used to happen, user has done even in this small part also. Many users were doing this mistakes. So after when the response used to come, that used to get stored into the tables, and we were analyzing the responses from the users, and somebody there were many users even asking just for the confirmation. They used to type the long text messages also. So we were supposed to analyze the answers and do the further processes. Right. So these were the normal days were there, where on an average on at daily basis 100 200 orders were coming, and there was a person who was handling the MIS, who was handling this entire scenario. Now what happened? Business got increased, and in 1 or 2 year, these 100 200 orders got increased by 1,000 to 2,000 orders every day were coming. Um, yeah, 1,000 to 2,000 orders billion days sale is there. So and at big billion days sales, this for just for 5 days, what used to happen? For 5 days, there were every day or orders one were around like 10K to 10K to 30K orders were there, right? So you can see the difference in the order, like 1,000 to 2,000 order every day to directly 10K to 30K order. And at that point, what used to happen? Um, the sudden traffic increase was there. There was sudden traffic increase. Okay, when sudden traffic increase, so in this system, what used to happen? The app or the website was delayed, and this is because at normal days we suppose we are using the 10 servers for the process, and 10 servers are capable of handling let's say uh, 500 users at a time. Now from 500 users, users increase from 500 directly, users increase to 5,000. So what happened? The load increased by 10 times. And and because of this, the system used to get hang. So you might have seen the example of IRCTC. You know IRCTC. So
Yes.
uh, IRCTC, when in normal days, in normal time, everything is working.
Yes.
But when the Tatkal system comes, what happens? The website hacks. Right, this
Mm.
was there, means now means I have personally not used the ARCTC from last few years, from last 5 6 years. um, People are telling that the performance of the website has been increased, but why system is getting hacked? Because of the infrastructure they are using. And this infrastructure is since this is a physical infrastructure, it is very hard to upgrade. So, like in the same way, if you see the SBI apps, and apps are also there, they are hanging very much because of these kind of issues. So, the problem was when the big data comes. Big data means, I mean to say, big amount of data comes. If big amount of data comes, what happens? The load increases. So when the load increases, what you have solution? You have solution is increase the infra. So when you have applied everything physically, what will happen at that point of time? If there is a physical infrastructure, the upgrade will take time. Because why upgrade will take time? Because you have to purchase new servers. You have to purchase new servers. You have to purchase new systems. You have to purchase new, you have to hire new representatives. And this cannot be done in one day. This all things cannot be done in one day. And let's suppose now my load has increased by 10 times. And once I have increased the system, now big billion days sale is not coming every day. It is coming once in 3 months. So if for 3 months the flow of order is normal, but at every 3 months, for just 5 days, load increases. Rest other time, load remains the same. So if you are using this physical infrastructure, what will happen? For 5 days, these things will be working fine, but for other days, these will not be used. Again, the normal system are required, right? So due to this, so what companies does was cloud infra. So what cloud infra is doing is, as soon the requirement comes, connect with the cloud service provider and pay for the new infra. Infra means new server, new system, everything. Pay for that, and within minutes, infra can be updated. So now let's suppose you are working on 10 servers with 500 users. For 5,000 users, you need, let's say, 100 servers. So immediately you have you have upgraded the 10 servers to 90 servers, and everything is upgraded, and bandwidth is increased. And by that, what happened? Immediately within seconds, your infrastructure is updated, and you are up and running now again. Understood?
Mhm.
So this is what facility has been done with the help of big data. So big data is basically a system in the cloud that is and capable of handling the bigger amount of data uh, in short short notice, on very short notice. So basically big data is, so big data provides a framework for understanding the challenges and handle the dimensions of big amount of data in very quick and efficient manner. Okay, so this is the big data. So there are few involved with the big data. So properties of big data is now. So there are five V's are there. The one is the volume. Sorry, one is volume. Number two is velocity. Number three is variety. The number five is the value. These five V's are there, properties of big data. Um, five V's, right? So in this, what all things we are doing in this? Sorry, in this, what all we are doing? First of all, we first of all uh, handling the big handling the size of bigger size of data getting generated, right? So this data is not in form of the physical form. It is all the virtual form. Suppose now in normal days, 5,000 users are connecting. In the sale days or in anything, immediately 50,000 users are connecting. So big data is able to big data is capable of handling such situations, and means it provides the auto upgrade system for this kind of handlings. Okay, then second thing is the speed of the data which is getting generated. Okay, and also and to be needed to be processed. So one thing, many people think that this that
Kushal, I don't hear you. Are you talking? I don't hear you.
there.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, please keep on responding. Otherwise, Sometimes I so like credit cards are there, then credit card data is there, or transaction feeds are there, or like there are the live feeds. So live feeds means let's you might have seen the crick buzz. Have you seen the crick buzz?
Mhm. No.
Quick, quick buzz type of systems are there where the information needs to be updated immediately on the system in order to provide the most updated information. Quick buzz is there, or there is the share marketing updates are there on the website, that which stock has gone up, or which stock has gone down, or any company is incurring loss, and all those things are coming under the live feeds. So that those live feeds. So speed of data also matters a lot when you are doing so. And another thing comes in this is the batch wise transactions. So batch wise transactions means generating the bills, right? Generating the bills like credit card bills are there, or the pay later account bills are there. So generating bills, it is done on a regular interval. Okay, so as soon the interval gets over, automatically it will combine all the transactions and it will generate the report, and it will create the PDF for that, and that will automatically be shared with the users. So there should be no manual intervention. So all these things are getting involved with the velocity of the data. Okay, so here two things come. One is the one is here we have seen one is the real time data, and another one that is nearly real time data. Okay, so nearly real time data is what is batch wise transactions in nearly real time data. So in nearly real time data, uh, the module will be processed on a particular interval only. Okay. Third
Mhm.
thing is coming is variety. So variety is
There, I don't hear you. Didn't, what? Kushal, you hear me?
yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, your screen also stopped being shared.
Which visible now?
Yes.
Okay, so there is row and columns data is there. So in most cases, in the all data, this data is just 20%. Apart from that, there are many other kind of data are also available. So that data is first of all that is semi-structured data. So semi-structured data are in form of like JSON files are there, XML files are there, or you can say CSV files are there. All these the semi-structured data. And the third thing comes as the un unstructured unstructured data. So this unstructured data is in format of image or video or audio or sensor data is there. Sensor feeds are there, then emails are there, and then there are text files are there. Social media. Social media is also a big data generator nowadays, right? So all these things are the variety of the data that are being involved that can be handled by the big data. Okay. And then there are the veracity of the data. So veracity is mainly it is related with the trustworthiness of the data, or also we can say quality of the data. This is very important because
Okay.
whenever you are doing any processing of the data, any kind of processing, if data is not coming from the valid source, so let me write that over here. So if data is not coming from
Mm-hmm.
a valid source,
Mm-hmm.
it the results also can be misguiding. Okay. So because of this, it becomes very important that trustworthiness of data is very important, right? So, for example, what can be the trustworthiness of the data? For example, you have a table where age is there, right? Right, age of employee, right? So age of employee is basically, if in a general human life we say, so age can be anywhere around 1 to 100 years. Like in general human, age can be anywhere around 1 to 100 years. But
Mm-hmm.
if somebody enters that age of employee is 4 years, so do you think this is a valid age for an employee?
No.
So if this kind of data is there, then there is a question mark on the trustworthiness because employee age cannot be of 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, no. Hmm, Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So now this kind of, do you understand that veracity of the data? And then
Yes.
the last thing is data should, value means it should be capable of getting some insights of the data that can be helpful for the business process. Business process. Okay, it can be useful for help making the decisions. So if it is helpful of making decisions, this can be followed. So these are the main five V's are there that are involved with the properties of big data. Any doubt with this?
No.
Okay. So now after this, there are few very important terms are there in the big data or even in data engineering. If you go, so everybody talks about three terms. One is the database, okay, and another one is data warehouse, data warehouse, okay, and third thing is data lakes, okay.
Okay.
Do you have idea what is the difference between database, data warehouse, and data lakes?
Database is where we store all our data. I mean,
Okay,
uh, like a SQL database where we have the segregated data. Data warehouse is, I believe, it's the combination of where it has organized and unorganized data.
and data lakes.
Um, Data lakes. I'm not sure.
Okay, no worries. Just
Mhm.
understand the scenario.
Mhm.
Let's say where I live, there is a shop is there. There is a family is there in which Gupta ji started his business of Kirana store. You know Kirana store?
Mm-hmm.
General store, you can say.
A
Um,
grocery.
gen yes, grocery also, grocery
Mhm.
store. He started a grocery store. Okay.
Okay.
Now in his grocery store, he is keeping the items. Means at the starting, what he did, he was keeping all the items in the shop itself, because he was not knowing very much aware about the process, how business works. So everything he was storing inside the shop itself. Now what happened? His luckily his business got a good growth, and now he would require means business got very good growth, and during the Diwali, what happened during the Diwali? 10x customers approached the shop, and due to this, he was not able to deliver products to everyone. He was not able to give service to everyone. Okay. So because of that, now after Diwali, he thought that he need a bigger space, right? So when he need a bigger space, what he's planning is, he explored two options. One option was he has to uh, take a bigger shop. Okay. Now, when he explored this option, so he thought that I have to take a bigger shop. So now, when bigger shop he was exploring, so the cost of the rent space was getting so much high, right? Cost of the rented space was getting so much high, and he analyzed that this thing is seasonal. Diwali is coming once in a year, or there are the festivals which come. Big festivals are coming in just every 3 months or 4 months. But in rest of the days, his business is getting as usual. He is not getting that much traffic, and but during the festivals, traffic is increasing. So what he thought is,
Mm. Your voice is breaking.
giving 1 lakh every month. What he did is, at because this is a market space, so shops are costlier, and in the backyard, or in non-market area, non-commercial area, he looked for a space. Second option, he explored that he has taken the storage space where where he's getting just in 15K, and he can store 2 times than his own shop, right?
Okay.
So now what he's doing is, he is continuing with this current space, and also he has taken one additional storage space. In this additional storage space, he has he has he is storing his items. Now he has categorized his items. Now, so in two parts. Number one is the frequent used or recent used items. Okay. And second part, he has analyzed that not that frequent, or apart from that, the you can say the excess items, okay, excess items are there. So like he's selling the dals, and he's selling pulses or cold drinks or chips packets over here. But on daily basis, let's say he's selling 100 chips packets over here, he's getting, if he's giving the bulk orders, 2,000 packets at a time, so he would get that in very less cost. So what he's doing is, immediately he's purchasing all 2,000 packets. 100 packets he's keeping in his shop, and other packets he's keeping in his store. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how he has divided his business in its goods into two parts. One part is the items that are recently being used, and this is the warehouse where data is means not the frequent use not frequent use items and access items he has stored. Whenever he feels that he needs that item, he asked a guy in his shop that go to the warehouse, take this get this item and bring this to shop. So this is your database and this is your data warehouse. Okay.
Okay.
So now what now in this what we understand with our cloud perspective is give me a second. So when in our cloud perspective, if we see, so what's happening is number one, the uh, there is day to day operational data is there, right? So in this data,
Mm-hmm. What happens? You feel disconnected. Your screen is not visible.
is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay. So in this data, what's happening is there are day-to-day operational data is there, where order table, balance table, update table is there. Second thing to be observed is the cost of operations are higher. Okay, because you are sitting in a market right now. This shop is in market, so there are many things are there, means there are cleaning things are also there,
Mm-hmm.
and many things are there. So there are a lot of operations are there, right? Uh, then major third thing is that majorly structured data is there, right? So here schema is well defined, right? Because you know the structure of the shop, like the frequent use products will be in front of the counter, and then the cleaning product will be one side, and cosmetic products will be one side, and the grocery products will be one side. Like that, these stores are defined, right? And basically these products are there which can be consumed easily, or what we can say here, there is recent data items are there. Okay, we can say, so if we say in this part, usually in these tables, years of data is not stored, only the frequent or recent data is stored. Okay.
Okay.
So when the limited data is stored, so what happens? The operation of, in this case, the operation and performance is increased. Okay. And the operation that we are performing over here is often referred as best for OLTP. This is online transaction processing. This is OLTP. When you are working with the database, okay. So when you let me store one. So when you are working with the database, all these things are happening. So sorry, because this all data is of frequent use, so you will be using the OLTP, and this is frequent. There the consistent operations are there. Operations usually cost higher than just storage. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
understood.
Yes.
So we have analyzed with this part. Now let's see this part. What is the things in this part? This is
Mm-hmm.
data
Yeah.
warehouse. So data warehouse, it stores the historical data, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
this is just the storage of the data. So you see this data warehouse that he has taken in non-commercial area, it is hardly costing 15,000 as a rent, right? This bigger shop, this shop can be of the smaller space, but due to be in the commercial area, the rent of shops are higher. But the storage
Mm-hmm.
space is not in the commercial area. It is a data warehouse. This is a warehouse, and in warehouse is comparatively the storage cost is comparatively very low. So that becomes the data warehouse.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so here, since this is historical data, data is just stored here and free, not frequently processed. So, operational cost is very low, right? Understood?
Yes.
Any doubt?
No, no.
Okay. So in this case, what can be the scenario? There can be the multiple data sources. There can be, so this can be D1. There can be multiple data sources. This is D1, this is D2, this is D3, this is D4. This is D2, this is D3, and this is D4. Okay, there can be multiple data sources over here. And what it will do is it will do the transaction processing inside it, and then it will, uh, let's say here, I'll just merge this. And here, uh, okay, so from multiple sources, now this data can be stored in a way so that easily it can be extracted. This is now the data that is stored in the database is just limited data. This is for the recent data or frequently used data, the tables that are being used frequently, the data that has been referred frequently. Now somebody says that I want to see the performance of the entire system. For last 15 years, right? Somebody says that I want to see the performance. Example, I want to see the performance or sales for last 15 years. So now the data that is being stored in the data warehouse will be stored in chunks, not at once. It will be stored in some part will be stored in one bundle, some part will store in another bundle, and third part will be stored in another bundle. Then like that data will be stored. And from all that part data will come. So here there will be a process of extraction. So extract process will be applied. So here this process will be extract. Okay. So data will be extracted over here. Data will be extracted over here, and then it will come to uh, medium point. Medium point. Okay. So at this medium point here, this is extracted, and then uh, this will be extracted, and it will be transformed over here. There will be transformation of the data. Transformation of the data will be applied, and finally, this data will be stored again in this data will be stored again. Um, so this will be stored again here in from medium point to it will stored into this. So this space is called means it will be stored into so this will be loading of the process. So extracting, transformation, and loading. So this is called as this shape. This shape edit text. Yes. So this is data warehouse. The color is it white? Let me change that color. This is the data warehouse where this data can be stored, and from many tables data has come to a middle point. Many tables data has come to middle point, and its summary is stored into this data warehouse, and from this data warehouse container, now this can be transferred into the main system in order to get to do the further processing. Okay.
Okay.
So here, what things we require is first of all, um, um, now one thing is why can't use with we use this database? Why do we need the data warehouse? So why can't so let me tell you why can't we use database for it? Database for it. So number one reason is that there can
Storage.
be multiple data sources. Okay, so when there can be multiple data sources, there can be years of the data. Everything you cannot keep at one place. And if you are keeping everything at one place, if some disaster happens, you will lost everything. You will lose everything. So for that, we need we need a central repository. Okay. Number two, there is lots of data is there, right? So when lots of data is there, cost gets increased for the operational data. Okay, so as much you will use the operational data, the cost will increase in that way. Okay. Then third thing is that when you are working on the active data or present data or current data, what happens? What we do is we write very complex queries to get the data from database. Okay, so here there can be two things. One thing in these queries there can be two things. One thing can be there can be run the query and retrieve, and second thing is the this can be just the accessing of the data or reading the data, and there can be the transactions like means we are writing on the data. Okay, so what by these two things if we are applying, so by this what happened, by this the performance suffers. Okay, because right now, in let's suppose you are just here in database, you are storing just 2 years of data versus you are storing the 20 years of the data. Right. So of course there will be a higher load on the system, and if you will be running the complex query, as much data it will be there, the query will grind that amount of data from the database, and because of that, there will be a lot of pressure on the main database. So because of that, this thing it becomes very high. And fourth thing we discuss is the um, storage cost is not as high as just the transactional cost. TIO, TIO cost. Okay. So what like here in the database, we were using this OLTP. In case of this data warehousing, what we do is OLAP. Okay. This is
Mm-hmm.
a very common term. So this is called as online analytical process. This is called OLAP. Okay. So as we
Mm-hmm.
were using OLTP for the database, we are using the data warehouse. For data warehouse, we are using the OLAP. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is this clear for you?
Yes.
Any doubt with this?
No.
Concepts are very clear. Do you have any doubt?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then the third thing comes is data lake. What is this data lake? Any idea?
Data lake also contains semi-structured and unstructured data.
Hmm.
Now, what I know actually is um, data warehouse have structured and semi-structured, where data lake have structured and unstructured data. Am I right?
You are a little confused.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me tell you the scenario, third scenario. So you know the scenario of Gupta ji.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's say Gupta ji is the only child of his father who is doing business as of now, and he
Mm-hmm.
has four more siblings.
Okay.
Okay. Now what's happening? Well, everyone else was doing job, and all of a sudden, other also decided that I will not do the job, and also, because ji was doing very fantastic in the business, and he was having a time freedom also. So because of that, everybody got attracted, and now his family members, his four other siblings, are telling that, well, I'll also do the business. So now Gupta ji is already working in the grocery store. So they don't want to be the competitor of his own brother. So what they are doing is, one person came, he is telling that I'll open a medical store.
Mm-hmm.
Another person comes, the second person, third brother comes. He says that I'll open, let's say, mm, um, I'll open a sweets shop. I'll open a let's sweet shop only, let's say sweet shop or a restaurant. Yes. Okay, and the third person comes. He says that I'll store a chai tapri. Okay, so like that, these different people are, they have chosen the different business. Everybody has taken the different business decision, and they are running their business, right? Now they have also started their business, and they are also doing very good with their own part. Now, somebody says, in sweet shop, somebody asks, I also need the packets of the chips. So what this sweet shop person will do? will he take another warehouse for the means he's selling the sweets in his sweets and the namkeens and snacks in his restaurant. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
now somebody says that I also want to take the chips. So now, if chips demands are coming at the sweet shop, what this brother will do? Will he go and purchase his own own shop for the chips and all, or what is the better idea? He'll ask his brother Gupta ji, means his elder brother, that please give me the chips and I'll also make the sale of it. So what will be the better thing?
He'll ask his brother to keep some in his store.
Hmm. Okay, now in the medical store, somebody asked that I want the face wash, a good face wash. So face washes are already available with the Gupta ji. He will say that brother, please give me the so now you can see these are also all these people have opened their own store, but some part of their own store is needing the help of same storage space.
Mm.
So now, when let's say these three have increased their business and they also need their warehouse, what they will do? First of all, they can use the availability of this storage space. And let's say now they need the bigger storage space also. All these four brothers can take a bigger storage space, maybe like 15K to 25K. They have taken the bigger storage space, and everything can be stored for their shop in the access here as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this
Mm-hmm.
kind of setup means here what is there? We have the data. We have the data stored in the storage space. So right now it was just a data warehouse. When only Gupta ji was using this, it was a data warehouse, right? But now this is storage space. This data warehouse is being shared by the other business as well, and it is a win-win situation for all, for this also, for them also, and for Gupta ji also, because now Gupta ji overhead is decreased. He was alone paying 15K. Now all four brothers are paying just 30K, that too four times bigger shop.
Mm-hmm.
Understood? So this
Yes.
becomes a win-win situation for every business, where the sharing background space. In front they are the different business. At front, they are looking that this is a medical store, this is a sweet shop, this is a chai tapri, this is a grocery store. But back in the background, their luggage, their items are being shared at the same storage space,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if
Okay.
now chai, at the chai tapri, he want to sell the samosas. So he will say that at sweet shop, you make the samosa, I'll sell your samosas.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In the same way, if he needs the biscuit, he will go to the his brother and he will say, "You have the biscuits. You give me the biscuits. I'll sell those biscuits on my shop." So he has also got a bigger selling space, and they all have got a bigger storage space as well.
Okay.
Okay, so now this is a till the only Gupta ji was one brother was using this. It was a data warehouse. Now, since now data is getting distributed at the multiple business, right? So here data storage space is being shared with the multiple business. Okay, so
Mm.
means data is flowing into multi directions, and this is called as data lake. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now, what is the means of, as a general case study wise, we have seen what was the um, benefit of doing this. Now, with the data science or with cloud perspective, we'll see what is the benefit. So one benefit is that data storage space is being shared with the multiple business. So data is flowing and towards the multiple direct.
1 minute. So whatever data is in data warehouse is being shared in data lake, or it is also being stored as a separate. I mean, as like multiple storage and or it is being used.
I did not get your question.
So data lakes consumes the data from the data warehouse.
Hmm.
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
yes, yeah. That is my questions. It is being consumed from the data warehouse, or it copies the data from data warehouse to data lake.
No, 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 no. It is means storage space is same. Only the distribution of data has become more dynamic.
Hmm?
Okay, so
Mhm.
storage space is the same. Just the
Mhm.
distribution of data has become more dynamic, and that's how it is giving the um, benefit to all the business. Okay,
Okay.
so any doubt in this?
No, no.
Okay, so the second thing is now when data is being distributed to the multiple places, what happens now? Better we have better op opportunity to get the insights and insights for the larger amount of data. Okay, now
Okay.
this there can be it is capable of more types of storage of the data. It is capable of more types of storage of the and as you can see, as the current condition, it is in the for one shop there is only the grocery store is there. But now after the medical store is getting involved and feed shop is also getting involved and chat app is also getting involved, now the same storage space is even storing the medicines also and this ready-made shops items also and chat app so kulhad and all and the plastic cups and all everything is being shared with that. Okay, so more types of storage of data is involved, and here the very good point over here is data lake is a data lake is a centralized repository repository that stores the raw data that stores the raw data and then it without scale it without the pre-structure. Okay,
Mm.
understood.
Okay.
So uh, so here you saw that it was happening with extract, transformation, and load. But in the case of this data lake, what's happening is now these are the different types of the data. So data one is, let's say, this is the table data. This data is, let's say, the image data. This data is, let's say, the logs data, and this data is, let's say, the chat data is there. Okay, so
Mhm.
chat data is there. Now this chat data is first of all extracted from this space, and it is directly loaded at this place at the medium point. So here the loading is being done at this point. Oh, again got disconnected. Give me a second.
Okay.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So here, first of all, extract is being performed and then data is loaded at one place. And this data is being loaded at this point itself. There is no transformation performed at this point of time. And whenever there is whenever there any requirement comes, what it does is simply from this point data is collected and it is directly transformed over here. Transform. Okay, so transformation is done whenever it is required. Okay, understood. So this is the basic process difference between the data lake and the data warehousing. Okay,
Okay.
so the main systems that are being used, so you can see there is HDFS is there, Hadoop file system, and their S3 buckets are there in the Amazon are there. So we'll learn when we'll see. So HDFS is there in the GCP and S3 is there in the Amazon buckets. So we'll see why how we will be using. So it is number one, very much cost effective. It is very much cost effective, and also there are lot of flexibilities are involved with this. So when we'll see the HDFS architecture, we'll see how these things are working, how this is cost effective and how flexible it is. Am I clear with this point?
Yes.
Any doubt?
No.
Okay, great. So after that, in next class, we'll cover ETL versus ELT. So yeah, right now we have seen in data warehousing, we are doing the ETL, and in the data lakes, we are using the ELT. So we'll see what is the ETL and ELT. We will see the difference between these both, and
Okay.
then we will see what is the role of data engineer into it, so that you can understand. Then we'll in next class itself, we'll start with the HDFS structure as well.